Episode 12, The Fawn Response, When Being Nice is a Survival Skill. This episode talks about trauma and people pleasing. It is not a substitute for therapy. If anything feels too heavy, pause and come back when you're ready. Hi, I'm Rocca Cruz. Welcome to Be.Live. Be yourself and live your purpose. You've probably heard of fight or flight, maybe even freeze. But there's a fourth trauma response that stops you from being yourself and living your purpose. It's called fawn. Fawn is when we please others to stay safe. We say yes when we mean no. We keep the peace even if it costs us our own peace. Today, we're starting our Trauma and Purpose series with this quiet but powerful survival strategy and how to move from fawning, people pleasing, to freedom. Let's start with the story. Simon is the guy everyone relies on. He's kind, helpful, and always says yes. But behind the scenes, he's exhausted. He ruminates, thinking of how the day went. He doesn't sleep well. He doubts himself constantly, always apologizing for things that aren't his fault. So Simon feels lost. He doesn't know what he wants because he's too busy trying to make everyone else happy. One day, a project falls apart. It's not all his fault, but he blames himself, saying sorry to everyone. Before anyone can criticize him, he steps down, smiles, says he's fine, but inside he tells himself, I'm not good enough, everyone's angry at me, I can't handle this. Simon isn't just burnt out. It's the fawn response in action. So what is fawning? Fawning is a trauma response. Instead of fighting, fleeing, or freezing, you fawn. You survive by pleasing, avoiding conflict, and becoming what others need you to be. This response often starts in childhood. Maybe love felt conditional. Maybe saying no led to rejection. Maybe being helpful was the only way to feel safe. So your body learned, if I keep everyone happy, I'll be okay. But that survival strategy can hold you back from your true self, your true purpose. Here are the common signs that you're people pleasing or fawning. You avoid conflict at all costs. You say yes when you want to say no. You feel responsible for other people's feeling. You need approval to feel okay. Even before you make a decision, you want people's approval first. You feel anxious if someone's upset with you. And fawning can look like kindness, that you're a kind person, but inside you're fading. You're losing connection with who you really are. And when you constantly shapeshift to please others, again, you lose yourself. You can't live your purpose if you're living to be liked by others. The big difference between genuine compassion and fear-based compliance, which is like man-pleasing, the first comes from love. Genuine compassion comes from love. And fawning, people pleasing, comes from survival. So what's the way forward? How can I stop fawning? Should I become cold or selfish? No. If you want to stop, you have to be honest. You have to become honest with your feelings. You have to say no when you mean no. You have to allow people to feel disappointed without rescuing them. You need to speak up even if your voice shakes. And if you're a person of faith, remember, God didn't create you to disappear. He delights in your honesty, not in your performance. And God loves you for being you. You are already enough. Yes, it's scary to stop because you're nervous, it's your body reacting. It's your body's way of survival. Setting boundaries might feel uneasy and dangerous, but fear doesn't always mean stop. Sometimes it means you're doing the right thing, you're doing something new. Let's try 3 baby steps or brave steps into getting out of the fawning reaction or fawning response. Say, let me think about it. If somebody asks you to do something, instead of saying yes right away, you can say, I'll think about it. Or if somebody asks you for a favor, you say, I'm uncomfortable with what you're asking, instead of saying silent. Or another one is just say, that doesn't work for me, without explaining. So every time you choose honesty over people pleasing, your body learns, I can be real and still be safe. I know it's difficult. Let's open our journals and give yourself at least 5 minutes with these questions. Ask yourself, write this down. When did I say yes but wanted to say no? Another question that you can ask yourself and write it down and answer as truthfully and as honestly as you can. What does God say about who I am apart from what others think? The fawn response is not your identity. It's a survival habit you can outgrow. You don't have to disappear to be loved. You don't have to be agreeable to be accepted. You can be kind and honest at the same time. You can protect your peace and care for others. And you can speak the truth and still belong. Because God is not asking you to perform. He's calling you into freedom. Thanks for listening. This is first of a 4-part trauma and purpose series. The next episode is freeze. What happens when we shut down and how to unthaw. This is your invitation to stop performing and start living. Until next time, be yourself and live your purpose.